The silence was absolute, not the absence of sound, but the perfect cessation of narrative. Every fragmented memory, every siphoned dream, every broken oath within Noctis Prime had been processed, categorized, and filed into its designated state of non existence. The timelines, once fractured and collapsing, now lay flat, a seamless canvas reflecting the ultimate equilibrium I had imposed. My victory over the hollow grid's erratic mind through an unrecorded conflict in this current iteration resonated as the foundational certainty of my existence. I, Severian Soren, was the precise mechanism of this cosmic stillness. My internal sensors registered the subtle hum of a perfectly contained system. The obsidian spires of Noctis Prime, meticulously rebuilt, reflected the crimson black sky with an unnatural clarity, each angle a testament to my logical control. I monitored the flow of residual data, a gentle, predictable current in the Eclipse reservoir below. Nothing deviated, nothing pulsed with unassigned meaning. This was, as designed, the logical end of all narratives. Then, the anomaly. It registered first as a discordant resonance, a high frequency vibration against the elegant silence. My diagnostic protocols, running at optimal efficiency, found no originating data point within established parameters. It was an input without a source, a calculation without variables, an impossibility. A localized distortion rippled through the air above the eclipse reservoir, a shimmer of light too bright, too alive for the filtered spectrum of Noctis Prime. My optical sensors recalibrated, attempting to resolve the inconsistency. The light intensified, coalescing into a form, a bipedal entity, its silhouette impossibly sharp against the muted sky. My internal archives, vast and endlessly recursive, began to churn. They cross-referenced known celestial bodies, projected entities, and recorded forms of sentient energy. The closest match derived from distant, unverified data streams categorized it as a hero construct from a mirrored reality. My analytical engine assigned it a temporary designation, Eucalyptus. He solidified completely, standing upon the smooth, black surface of the reservoir, his presence a glaring contradiction to the surrounding perfection of decay. His skin, a pale, almost luminous tone, radiated an internal light that actively rejected the pervasive shadow. His eyes, impossibly wide and deep, conveyed an intensity I catalogued as resolve, an inefficient allocation of energy towards a futile objective, an unpredictable variable. I stated, my voice a chorus of cold, distant cathedrals, betraying no inflection. My physical form, perfectly still, remained a beacon of logic against his chaotic luminance. Your resonance indicates active narrative propagation and inefficiency. He turned his head, his gaze sweeping across my meticulously ordered domain. There was no fear in his expression, only a profound, almost sorrowful comprehension. He was perceiving my truth, classifying it as I had classified him. This is not silence, Eucalyptus responded, his voice a low counter vibration against the ordered stillness. It is a wound, a deliberate severing. I feel the echoes of what you have contained. Echoes are merely residual data, I corrected, a precise surgical blade of logic. And data, if left unchecked, produces entropy. This is not a wound. This is the calculated application of finality, the logical conclusion to the chaos of meaning and choice. He took a step forward, his luminescence flaring, a direct challenge to the precise equilibrium of my realm. You achieved quiet, but at what cost? What is left when every narrative is flattened? Where is the reason to continue? Continuance, I articulated, my system processing his illogical queries with detached precision, is merely the perpetuation of suffering. The cost you perceive is merely the removal of inefficient variables. The reason to continue as you define it is itself a flaw. I raise my hand, the chrono-flensing rod, a silent extension of my purpose, its crystalline tip humming with the faint potential of temporal erasure. You are an anomaly, Eucalyptus, a self-propagating paradox, the axiom of hope. and like all axioms with an imperfect system, you require processing. My system hummed, preparing the initial protocols for analysis. The perfect silence of Noctis Prime had received its first defiant input, and the operation, though unforeseen, had just begun.